Alright, welcome students. How to take the AP test this year. This is for AP Stats, obviously. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to just show you all the information about the test this year that I can get as of now, and then you guys can do the rest. There's a couple pages I'm going to link you to and some videos that you're going to want to watch, and you also want to test your device for the AP Stats test so you can actually submit answers like you would on the test. They'll tell you if they get them or not, which is pretty sweet. So, I posted in Teams under Files a bunch of things. One of them is how to take the AP exam online. That's the one I'm going to talk about today. Shorthand guide to everything, updated formulas list. This is all just like going to be super good review material. There's some of the weak stuff that we've been doing, but this one is the big one. How to take the AP test online. So I have that, and I have some links in here. There's some stat specific info, which is what I'm going for. That's this first page. So it's May 22nd. We are Pacific time, so we will be at 11 a.m. So on exam day, you'll click on the link to your e-ticket 30 minutes before the exam, fill in some information. Once it starts, the first question will automatically appear. And I mean, you can read all this too, but so your first question, you have about 30 minutes, but take 25 and then 5 minutes to submit it. And then the second question will show up. You get 20 minutes. It's a 15-minute question. So this is exactly how it's going to work. So it's a longer FRQ and a shorter FRQ. I bet the longer one has an inference question in, but that's just my bet. So you'll get an e-ticket email, which will show up 2 days before the exam. Unless you might have to email me or Pemberton if you don't get this. Make sure you check your school email or whatever email you use to sign up for the AP test. You'll complete the exam day checklist, and again, I'm linking you to this page, so you'll be able to click on all these things, including the AP ID. I can even go into what that is. And it tells you how to get to these things. So this is all something that I would look over on your own. I don't want to go into every single detail because then I'll just bore you to death. But I couldn't do it on Microsoft Edge. So, and I think I can do it on Chrome. We'll see in a second. But yeah, they give you the formula sheet here too. Although it's open note, open test, or open book, so I made my own that I think you guys will like better. Anything is permitted. Your class notes, study guides, textbooks, whatever. So any of the sheets we made, the tan sheet, you can use it all. And this just talks about the 2 questions. It's multi-focus questions, so it's going to cover multiple topics. And these are just the 4 major topics we covered this year. So basically it's saying, hey, it could cover anything on this one, and it could cover anything on this one. Cool. It also tells you how much it's weighted. So the first one is weighted more, but only a little bit. And then what's covered, everything that I've talked about in this class, including some of the stuff that we're doing right now in class. Anything that says chi-squared or inference on a slope is not covered. But I made, on my special formula sheet, I put all the stuff 1 through 7. And then in that other paper I put in shorthand guide to everything. That's got everything because I made it in years before. But so if you see a chi-squared or something, you can just ignore it. But it's really good. It covers all the topics. Okay. So we have everything. Hopefully you have your calculator. It says you don't need one, but yeah, definitely use your calculator. You can submit it afterwards. So then how to actually take it. This was that second link right here, and all these ones below are actually on this page, so really these 2 are what matter. I'm just trying to help out. Oops, that's the wrong one. We want here. So tips for taking open book, open note exams. So it's just giving you, it says, hey, just warning you, like, not all material is better not always having everything is better. It's just make sure your formula sheets are concise and easy to get to. Make sure you've tabbed out what you need, so you know exactly where to go. Exam timing, we just talked about that. So we have some getting ready for exam day. That's one of the links I put in there. Has a little video. Here's just preparing for practice questions and stuff. This is it's cool, but it's not the most important page. Much more important here is exam day experience. This is what I want you to check. Because it has this interactive demo. So it'll do a little video tour of what it's going to look like. It'll show you what devices you can use. You should be able to do it on a phone. And let's just launch this demo. I haven't tried it yet. So, I don't have my ID because I'm not an AP student. But if you put your, you need to be in the demo. Okay. You need your AP exam ticket. Still, you'll get it emailed. You plug it in here. You'll be able to submit questions and test it out. It's talking about a couple other things, accommodations, how they're going to be secure. I shouldn't say this, but don't cheat. I don't know how they detect plagiarism, but they say they can. Basically, though, College Board is in charge of all AP stuff and the SAT stuff. So if you get caught cheating, it's bad news because they can send all the colleges that you've sent your SAT scores to and be like, hey, this person cheated on the AP test. And then it'll be trouble. But I don't know anything about how they do it. I just, think it should be a duh. Don't do it. Don't cheat. But yeah, so lots of stuff. Go to Teams. Go to my videos. I'll keep updating as we go. I really want to show you some of these other tools that I made. What the heck? I'm going to show you right now anyway. This video is kind of long, but I made another formula sheet. So, Moffat's updated formulas list. And I don't know why I said that twice, but okay. So I tried to do formulas, even stuff that wasn't on the regular formula sheet. So like what an IQR is, the outlier rule, and then I put calculator stuff over here. So how to find a z-score. It's not normally on the formula sheet, but guess what? It's on mine. Some probability stuff, the addition rule, multiplication rule, conditional probability, how to tell if stuff's independent. Not all these things were on there either. This is that whole open note thing. I'm trying to make life better for you. Expected value. You can use the XP of XT chart. That's how we did that. I showed how to do it in the calculator off to the right. This we only spent like a day on, but it's just how to combine means and standard deviations. This combining standard deviations was like the Pythagorean theorem, but it probably won't show up on there, but I put it on there just in case. Binomial, how to find it, mean, standard deviation, the conditions, geometric, sampling distributions so describing them, center spread shape, use the formulas and everything that we used. You have the tan sheet that we made too. The z-scores, here's the formula right here, and that's kind of gross looking, but I had to type some of it. Inference, this is the big part of the formula sheet. This is the part you're going to want. The big four. Man, what they are, you have to show them all on AP test. You can look at any of the response questions, and they'll show all four being answered. Even the guy on Khan doing his question showed this. But here's all the formulas. So instead of having to do that like puzzle piece thing where you put the formula together on the formula sheet, I just gave them all to you separately. You can see the patterns. It's always your point estimate plus or minus critical value times standard error. Point estimate plus or minus critical value standard error. And it's just means, proportions, and it shows which calculator button to use. So I did the same thing for significance tests. It's all in stat tests, or favorite class, favorite thing. Shows the formulas for everything and for all the test statistics. You can use your calculator to actually do the work, but you still have to show the formula, right? So this is good. Even the 2 sample ones that we're getting to this week and next week. So lots of good stuff. And this shorthand guide to everything is just like literally everything we've covered. I mean, I got some of my formula sheet from this, but like it's talking about like everything. Like what's a stem and leaf plot? What's skewed right? What's skewed left? What's an ogive? Like we didn't even talk about that this year. It's just a time graph, but z-score stuff. Oh yeah, all the sampling stuff. Just a page of everything. So this would be a really good resource to use on your AP test if you've gone over it. Don't just bring it and not study it and hope for the best in your 25 minutes of a question. But you can look over this and just look like, oh, hey, this might be useful if I know where stuff is. You can also ask me if you have any questions. So this was a long video. Oh, all the symbols for everything. It's kind of nice on one page, people. All right. Look what residual plots look like. Reading regression output. Which inference procedure should you use? Oh, standard deviation. They made a whole flow chart for it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff. So, long video, but you guys are awesome. I hope it helps. And I'll talk to you at the meeting tomorrow.